So today we are starting head and tail function. We have completed the other portion. So series creation we have already learned from all, that is from ND array, dictionary, scalar values. The other also from list, from a second series. Then mathematical operations we have already done, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now today we will complete series attributes head and tail function. Selection, indexing and slicing also we have completed. So let us start with head and tail functions and then we will complete series attributes. So today we will complete the series portion and next class we will start with data frame. So NCERT book I am opening. Now here in this book, methods of series, in this section we are going to discuss some of the methods which are available for Pandas series. Let us consider the following series. So a series they have created. In this series, the name of the series equals to pd.series. Using np.arange, they have given the start value, stop value and step value. So you can see the series is being created from 10 to 19 because before the stop value it will stop. So 10 to 19 and step value is 1. So here we have used np.arange method. Now consider the following code: import pandas as pd, import numpy as np. Now S2 series is being created in which 3 values you have to give. Now suppose you are creating a series in which one value you don't know. Clear? The second value you don't know. Now next day you want to upload the second value. Suppose marks of some students are absent and I don't want to enter any marks. So I want to give here a nan value, not a number, that is void, empty. I want to keep in between. So what I will use here, np.nan. So using np.nan you can give a null value. Find output of the above code and write a Python statement to count and display only non-null values in the above series. So here the count function, as we are going to do just now, the count function. So they have just simply shown here as only 2 values are there and in between there is a null value. So only the not null values if you have to count, then what you have to do. So that we are going to learn. So 2 things here you have learned. First thing is np.arange method. You can give a series, regular series, and using np.nan you can enter a null value. So we will start with our methods. Now first method is head. In bracket argument parenthesis argument n returns the first n members of the series. If the value of n is not passed, then by default it takes 5 and the first 5 members are displayed. So if nothing is passed, like here you can see only 2 is passed, so 2 values from top. Head means from top. 2 values have been displayed, 2 rows. And if you don't pass any argument, by default 5 rows from top it will display. So this we will practice and where we will use in our project. If you are asked that who is the topper of the class, then head 1 I will give. If they ask you display the first 10 rank, if it is in sorted, suppose you have given in descending order of marks or in rank ascending order of rank, it is sorted. Now when you will be asked to display the topper, so you will simply write here the name of the series. Here these we will use in data frame also. So in data frame it will be in tabular form. So there also the same thing will happen. From top, the if you want to display the first one, here I will write 1 in bracket, I will write here 1 and the first record it will display. If they will ask you display the top 10 records, top 10 scorers of any competition, now descending order you will save and marks you can use the name of the series as marks and dot head. Now 10, so 10 you will write here, so top 10 it will display. So as per the question, because this head and tail will be asked in your board exam, you have already seen the sample paper, and in sample paper the head and tail function has been asked in case study also, as well as in 1 mark question, in 5 mark, many places it has been asked. So head I will use for top records. Now tail I will use for the bottom records, and count will count the, now count function returns the number of not nan values in the series, not null values in the series. Clear? So if you are counting, if there is any null value, it will not count. Since here in this question only 10 values from 10 to 19 you have stored, so it is showing here 10. So count function is used to display the number of, or total number of, or it returns the number of not nan values, in bracket you can write not null values in the series. Next is tail, returns the last n members of the series. So last, from last n members of the series. If the value of n is not passed, then by default n takes 5. Same as tail, if nothing is passed as argument or parameter, then 5 will be by default. And the last 5 members are displayed. So here you can see the last 5 members are displayed. So this is on this. Now how you will use in your project. So in your project, when you will open ideally or Jupyter you are opening, same thing. Now I am using here, suppose I have used some nan value also. So I am just writing here both, importing both. So import pandas as pd, import numpy as np. Now I have created a series, suppose student's name, student's mark. So a name, I have created a series in which I will write here pd.series, or roll number also you can give. Now already you have learnt here how to give the roll number, or how, suppose regular roll numbers are there, something regular are there. Now np.arrange, suppose in your class 40 students, or just now I will take only 10 students. So np.arrange I will use here, and then 10 students means from 1 I will start, and here the stop value will be 11. Step value is 1, even if you don't write, by default also it is 1. So here np.arrange method I will use, np.arrange. Now for np.arrange I have to import numpy as np. Now next is I am starting the roll number. So roll number if I will take here, then here name also I am changing as roll number, and from 1 to 11 I am taking the roll numbers, and then the marks I am taking. So marks of 10 students I have to give. So pd.series, and for 10 students I am using here a list. So suppose 90 comma, now some I don't know the marks, suppose of roll number 2 I don't know the marks. So what I will give here, np.nan. Same np.nan of third also I don't know the marks, like this, and the remaining I am giving 98, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So I have given here 10 marks. Now when you will display, you can easily find out, suppose print roll number, it will show the roll numbers, print mark, it will show all the marks. So you can see how it will display, that also you can see. Print, if I am giving the name roll number series, I want to display first, and then I want to display marks. So print marks. Now when I am displaying here, you can see it takes little time. Now from 1 roll number to 10 roll number it has displayed, and here you can see marks has been displayed, and by default it has made it float, and here nan values is there. Now if you want to count here, suppose you want to use count function. Now count function dot count, you have to use dot head and dot tail. So I will use now all these functions. So first I will count and I will show you this nan, 2 nan are there, so it will show 8 here. So I am counting marks. So print, now the name of the series is marks dot count function I am using. Now when you will display, it will show 8 because two values are nan, not null. So 2 are null, so it is showing here 8. Now next head and tail I want to use. Suppose they have asked you display the first 5 roll numbers or first 2 roll numbers. Now when you want to display the roll numbers, so roll number I have given dot. If I don't give any argument, only head I will write, then it will show only 5, first 5. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I write here some value, suppose I want to see only the 2 roll numbers, then when you will run, it will show here only 2 roll numbers. If I give here 10, then it will show 10 roll numbers. So here you can see 10 roll numbers. Same way with tail also, I am writing here print, name of the series is roll number dot tail function, and then in tail I am not mentioning anything. Now you can see the last 5 from 6 roll number to 10 roll number, the last 5 roll numbers has been displayed. Clear? Now here along with the roll number, if suppose names are there and if they ask you that who is roll number 1 or who is roll number last roll number, then directly you can write tail and you can use it. Suppose name is there and pd.series and you are having 10 names here. Suppose in list I am writing here. Now ABCD only I am giving for now. So I am giving here first as A, second as B, third as C. Here also null value also I can give. Now these are your roll numbers, then E, then F. So these are your roll numbers. Clear? This A will be in quotes. Yes. Now suppose I want, these are your names. Now I want to see the last name. Clear? So for last name, what I will write? Only tail 1. So I will write here print, in bracket I will write here roll number dot tail, and in bracket I will write 1. Roll number, no, I want to see the names. So names, I will see name here, tail. Yes, now you can see the last name, that is F. So it is showing the last one. Using tail, I have displayed the last one. Clear? So if it is sorted and you want to see, suppose it is sorted in ascending order and you want, if you are asked who got the highest marks, then the last one you can display. If it is arranged in descending order from higher to lower, and if you are asked display the highest marks, then it will show you the first one. So head you will use. So I think head, tail and count is clear to you. Let us see if any question papers question. So I just want to see all the question papers questions. So file, open, head and tail. Let us see any question papers question is saved in this or not. No, it is not saved. Head and tail is not saved. Series head and tail. Alright, so, write one case study and let us, like this case study question is given here. So write one case study and then of series and then we will solve it. So I am just opening a new one. Yes, now your question is create a series using dictionary. So I am writing the question here only. Create a series using dictionary and dictionary containing names of students as key value. So names of students with their marks and marks. Clear? And then you have to find how many students are there in a class. So find or display. Question number 1 is display number of students. Second is display the now first student, last student, or first 5 student. So first 5 students and last 3 students. So a case study has been given to you and you have to display the data. So here what you will write, start, open your mouth, mic, switch on your mic. Yes, what will be the first line?
Pandas as PD.
Very good. Import pandas as PD. Next.
Import NumPy as NP.
Very good. Import NumPy because it is already given. Here I think dictionary I am using and count. So okay, without NumPy also I think only dictionary and we are using. So suppose the values are not null, so I am not writing now NumPy. Alright. Only with pandas we will try. If it is required, again I will add it. Yes. So now dictionary. Suppose the name of the dictionary is student and you are creating the dictionary. How it is created? With the names.
PD.series.
First let us create a dictionary and then PD.series we will do. Clear? So dictionary I am creating here. So I am writing some names here. Suppose all your names only I am writing and along with the marks. So how it is written in dictionary? Colon and then the marks. Then the second name is written and along with the marks it is written. Third name is written. So let us write only 4 names and along with the marks. So same marks also you can give or some different marks you can give. Now, yes, now what you were telling? I am creating the name of the series is student. Now in the question if it is mentioned the name of the series, normally it is mentioned in the question paper. Same name you have to write here. If it is written S1, you will write here S1. Now create a series student, it is written. Name of the series is student. That's why I have used here student. Yes. Now pd.series. Then you will write the name of the dictionary. So now you can, if you want, you can run and execute it. Only the name of the series I am writing. So it has created it. Now you can see it has created a series with names as index. Here names are where keys in the dictionary and values are data. Now the question, first question was how many students are there in the class? So the number of students, so I am using print command with the total number of students in class. Total number of students are Now here I have to use a function. So which function I will use here? Student.count. Now using count function, it will count and display the total number of students. So here you can see total number of students is 4. Now next question was display the first 5 students detail. So first 5 student details, same I will use here print command, and then I am using first 5 students detail, students detail are. Now for displaying the first 5, what you have to do, you have to use the name of the series and head function I am using. Now without argument, it will display the first 5. You can see here the top first 5. So first from here it has started, and first only 4 were there. Only 4 students were there in the class. So 4 only it will display. Clear? I have written here nothing. So if fifth student was there, then it would have shown, but only 4 students are there, so all right, 4 it is showing. And then the next question was display the last. What was the next question? Last 3 students. So 3 students I want to display, so I will use print, and the last 3 students are last 3 students are, then you have to display it. So for displaying the last records, I am using the name of the series, tail, and 3 I am using. So when you will run, sorry. So you can see here last 3 records it has shown here. Last 3 were. Clear? So these type of questions will be asked in your case study as well as 1 mark question. So this you practice it. Now the next topic we will start.